This is really fun.
Oh, this is fun.
I'm really looking forward to this.
So we are veering into internet memery. This is not a meme, though. This is something else.
This is something else, but...
So maybe you've seen these posts online of these hypotheticals of if you have a certain amount of money and then there's just rows and rows of games or things or franchises, and they each cost a different amount of money.
Yes.
We have made one of these ourselves. We'll put it on screen for our audio listeners. We'll do our best to kind of narrate through.
Yes.
So the prompt is, you have $15 to build your dream Switch 2 launch year lineup. How are you spending your money?
Yep, and we're doing franchises.
Franchises, yes.
So we have $5, $4, $3, $2, $1 tiers.
Yep.
You have $15, and you have to build your perfect lineup.
Yes, so the $5 tier has Super Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, Super Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon. At $4, there is Metroid, Animal Crossing, Donkey Kong, Splatoon, and Fire Emblem. $3, Luigi's Mansion, Star Fox, Kirby, Paper Mario, Xenoblade Chronicles. $2, Pikmin, Yoshi, Mario Party, Mario Sports, F-Zero. And the humble $1 category, Pilot Wings, Rhythm Heaven, Punch-Out, Style Savvy, and WarioWare.
Yeah.
We're not here to debate whether things belong and
Yes.
it's off by $1.
Right. Don't come at us because you are upset that Pikmin is a $2 game.
That's not what this is about.
This is the law.
If it's a $2 game, it may make it more likely that you're going to get it.
This is the law.
That's a fact. Oh, it's a law.
This is the fact.
Okay.
Okay? We are all here to accept that this is the law.
Correct.
All right, so how are you doing?
Do you
want to go? I was going to say, do you want to go through all of your choices?
I think you should go. Yeah, we should go through the whole thing and maybe just talk a bit about your rationale here.
Okay. So I'll go first.
Okay.
So in the $5 tier, I choose Mario Kart and Zelda.
Should say you don't have to choose.
No.
I mean, you can mix and match however you want.
You can mix and match.
Oh, you're going with two $5 games.
That's $10 right there.
Oh, you're really breaking the bank here. What?
$10 right there. I have to have Mario Kart.
Mario Kart and what was the other one?
Zelda.
Zelda. Even though we just had Tears of the Kingdom.
I want
you
another
don't care.
one.
Okay.
I don't care.
Okay.
I want another one.
Yeah. So you're at $10 spent already.
I'm at $10. So I have $5 more to spend.
Your wham is dwindling.
I know, right? I'm going to spend the $4 on Fire Emblem.
Yeah, it leaves you with $1.
And I'm going to spend the $1 on a Rhythm Heaven.
This is terrible. I'm sorry.
Excuse me? These games have such longevity that if I only, or like playability, what is it, like hours of play, that if I only just got these, 4 games, I would be really happy for the year.
This is franchise management malpractice right here.
No, you can't argue with that.
Okay, take us through your rationale. So again, launch year.
Yes.
This needs to sustain you first party for a whole year.
That's what I'm saying.
Take us through each and every one.
Mario Kart, you can pretty much play forever. Like you can, especially I feel like if they're doing this next Mario Kart franchise, it's going to be big, it's going to be good. Like you can play this game. You want to have one good like multiplayer game that you can play with everybody, and out of all the ones, it's got to be Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Zelda.
I'm going to ask you, how much did you take into account the current situation with these franchises? Again, like, oh, Tears of the Kingdom just came out, or are you just like, I don't care, this is just for funsies?
Oh, I don't care, it's just for funsies.
Oh, see, I cared a little bit more.
Oh, really? I'm sorry.
I mean, you can care how much you want. It's very obvious in what you chose.
Yeah, I don't care.
You didn't care.
I don't care.
At all.
Zelda, I think we are due for like a little change in the Zelda franchise. I would like to see like a totally different Zelda game that's not in the style or the engine at all for Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. Give me the gritty Zelda. Give me the adult, Elden Ring Zelda, please.
Oh, so you're not necessarily saying traditional top-down Zelda.
No.
Just a different...
I want a whole different thing.
Just a different take on Zelda.
Yeah, a whole different take.
Okay.
With, and I think that, hopefully the more powerful Switch 2 will be able to sustain something like truly just, differentiated from what we've seen for the past, 7 years, whatever it is, right?
All right.
And again, I think that game has a lot of like playability, so I can play that game for a long time. Like, let's think. I played Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, both games combined for like over 500 hours. Like, that's a lot of hours.
Is that the kind of game they're making here?
I don't know, but I could be playing like
Because you just spent $5 on it, so they better.
Yeah.
They better get to work.
Better get to... Maybe they're already working.
They're going to adjust it, maybe... I don't want a $4 Zelda. I want a $5 Zelda.
I want a $10 Zelda. I want a $15 Zelda. No, but I feel like that just will have a lot of like longevity.
Sure.
Fire Emblem. The last Fire Emblem game was not very memorable. I am really dying for like a super, just like deep Fire Emblem game with a lot of DLC, with a lot of like, like they had like
DLC's more. You can't just do that.
why not? Fire Emblem games are like very much like you can play Conquest, you can play Birthright, and you can play Revelations.
You want that?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why the $4 is like kind of a good steal,
I do like the idea of trying to find a value in the $4.
That's what I'm
The
saying.
$3 and $4 could be good value.
Yeah, Animal Crossing would be a good value too, but because that's a long longevity, you can probably like play that for a long time. But Fire Emblem, I feel like they've done this before where they give you like all the different kind of paths or different games to play, so there could be a lot of game there, especially if it's like a really solid Fire Emblem game. And then now that we've been playing all these games for thousands of hours, we need a little breather. So Rhythm Heaven.
Okay.
Convince you?
What's the last Rhythm Heaven? Was there 3DS Rhythm Heaven?
There was like that collection,
yeah.
right? Yeah. I think that
Was
might
it
have...
download only, maybe?
Download only,
Mega
yeah.
Mix? Was that the one?
Mega Mix.
Oh, it's been a while.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was not part of what you're asked to do, but your day one launch game is
Mario
what?
Kart.
Mario Kart. Okay.
Yeah, for sure Mario.
So you ended up with 4 games.
Yeah.
To last you
I know.
12 months.
It's not very many games, but I feel like Fire Emblem could be 3 games in one. So
Yeah, I mean, if you're going for the longevity approach.
yeah, I'm definitely going for the deeper versus the more varied experiences. I found that I really like those kinds of Nintendo games more. When it's like a game that's, we do need like some smaller games, but the big like first party franchises, I do want to like sink my teeth into it. So,
All right. Let's see. So somehow I ended up with one from each dollar category,
Oh.
just out of coincidence, not how I planned it. Interesting how that exactly adds up to $15.
exactly.
Didn't realize that until I did it. So from the $5 category, I also had Mario Kart.
Okay.
Because I would also put that as my day one launch game.
Launch title, yeah.
And you need a big Nintendo franchise to really get things started. I ruled out Zelda and Pokemon because we just got some of those, and Pokemon probably needs a bit more time.
I was gonna say I would like to
things
give
back
Pokemon
on
more
track.
time. Right.
Mario's definitely a contender here, but we've been talking about Mario Kart 9 so much, I had to go with that.
Yeah, I agree. We cannot leave Mario Kart behind.
From the $4 category, I took Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
And my thinking is, it would be great to, I need to have 2 games, 2 big games, again, following the 2017 blueprint, start and end with a big game.
Okay.
I feel like I can get a lot of value out of a $4 Donkey Kong. I feel like a $4 Donkey Kong could deliver you $5 Mario value, is what I think it could become.
It could, yeah. And you basically have that towards like the end of the year.
Exactly.
Like holiday
That's the
title
holiday
is
game.
your Donkey
Right.
Kong game.
Yes.
And we were talking so much about like how we need like more Donkey Kong or anything, because Nintendo needs to do more work to establish Donkey Kong as a character. So yeah.
Interesting how
sense.
Metroid Prime 4 is a game that literally exists, and neither of us chose it.
Yeah. At this point, it's been so long that I'm like losing interest.
This game
real.
that we know nothing about and have seen nothing of for years.
Exactly.
I'm so bored.
That's why I'm losing interest.
So bored of this.
Why should I continue to pay attention?
$3. I'm putting a huge bet on Star Fox.
Okay, because you want them to redo the whole franchise.
This is the from the ground up rebuild. And I think $3 for that is a steal.
If they rebuild
that's what I'm spending my $3 on.
The bet.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like if we're starting from scratch, like the bones, the foundation of this franchise is so good.
Yeah.
You can make a really good modern, cool game.
But
what?
if it becomes Star Fox Zero,
Well, that's not allowed. I'm gonna pull my $3 of funding if they do that.
Just like how you need the money for the frames, you won't give them the $3.
No, I won't.
Okay.
At the $2 category, I am going with Mario Sports.
Yeah, and to be clear, this is basically like any
You can pick kind of what you want
tennis,
it to be.
baseball, golf,
Right.
etc., etc.
And what I'm doing here to help give me a little bit more dip on my chip, as it were, I'm going down the path of Mario Sports Mix, which is a game that we looked at in the
Mario
Wii, where
Sports
you're getting a
Mix.
couple games,
Yes.
a couple sports in one. So it kind
Yeah.
of feels like it's a little bit bigger
Then just one sport.
than just one game.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like that.
So this lineup's looking pretty good, don't you think?
It's all right.
We got one more to go.
You don't have any good RPGs in your lineup.
We are going for $1. What are my choices of RPGs? It's Fire Emblem or Xenoblade or Paper Mario.
Yeah.
I am going with Pilot Wings at the $1 tier.
Pilot Wings is a good choice.
Underutilized.
Yeah.
Can be a really good potential technical showcase.
I was going to say, it could look really beautiful.
Could look really
on
beautiful.
more powerful Switch 2
fly
hardware.
through some sunset sky.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be Woohoo Island. Could be.
No, it has
Just
to be
saying.
Woohoo Island.
Could
I'm
be
pulling my
something else.
$1 funding if it's not Woohoo Island.
It's not your dollar.
I'm pulling
It's
your
my
$1
dollar.
funding if it's not Woohoo Island.
I'm paying in quarters.
I'm paying pennies.
I'm giving you a sock full of nickels.
I'm giving you 100 pennies in a pillowcase for Pilot Wings around HD 4K Woohoo Island.
So that means my year one lineup is Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, Star Fox, Mario Sports, and Pilot Wings.
It's not bad.
I think it's pretty good.
It's a little Mario heavy. I will say like Mario character heavy. Besides the Donkey Kong.
What? How? Aside from Donkey
yeah.
Kong,
No,
Star
it could be a
Fox,
Star Fox.
and Pilot Wings.
I don't know. There's something about those franchises that feel very like samey to me.
They're all hits. That's what they have in common.
Because it's not different like a Zelda or a Fire Emblem.
It's not different like a Rhythm Heaven. Yeah, it actually sells. That's the difference.
Don't you want to see Cordelia in HD? 4K
It's not
HD?
we're done with Cordelia.
She's going to be
We're
hot.
moving on. New waifu is what we need.
I mean, I want to see some Fire Emblem characters in HD.
We put this up for our Patreon subscribers to also weigh in on.
I love this.
People
Many
were going off on
responses.
this.
This is fun, yeah.
Gartooth's picks were $5 2D Zelda, $5 Mario Kart,
Oh, Gartooth.
$4 3D Donkey Kong, and $1 Rhythm Heaven.
Oh, almost the same as my pick.
Another Rhythm Heaven taker. I would have Mario Kart as the launch title in March because it is something people will play all year round.
Exactly.
And can get them subscribed to the online service right away with additional DLC coming in the holiday to give it another boost. 2D Zelda would be my summer game, followed by Rhythm Heaven, and then ending the year
like you.
on the first new 3D Donkey Kong in 25 years in the fall. The reason I chose these 4 series is because none of them had brand new installments during the Switch generation.
Nice.
I think doing this would give Switch 2 more of an identity to set itself apart early on with unique experiences that would not just be a Switch 1 redux.
I like this logic a lot.
Gartooth took this much more seriously than you did, an actual host on this show.
Wait, I almost had the same thing as Gartooth.
Doesn't matter.
Except for the Donkey Kong.
His rationale was so sound.
My rationale was
Versus
sound.
he's like, I just like it.
I didn't say that at all. I had a lot of good rationale.
Kilo Kabo says, Mario Kart. The demand for the next big Mario Kart is huge, as we have seen from the DLC pass, and as the Switch's best-selling game, this will be a system seller.
Yes.
With the remaining $10, I would add Fire Emblem, Kirby, F-Zero, and Rhythm Heaven.
Another Rhythm
again,
Heaven taker.
for a solid year one lineup that will make many different Nintendo fans happy. The variety of experiences
See, people
are
like
on
the
display.
Fire Emblem is showing up a lot.
Finally, Rob says, I'll spend all $15 to add Kid Icarus to the list.
We did debate that.
We've been due for a new game ever since the series got rebooted, and I've always felt that the double joysticks and portability of Switch 1 would have been a perfect fit for it, hoping it comes to Switch 2 as a launch title. We did debate that.
We did. We actually bumped it for Pilot Wings.
I think we could not say with confidence that it would be, like, is this a Sakurai Kid Icarus? Is this a something else? Like, what exactly is this game?
Yeah, and then we couldn't decide because we were like, no, I don't think Kid Icarus is a $1 game. We were like stuck.
If it's a Sakurai game,
That's higher up.
It's much higher up.
That's what I'm saying. We were like,
So we couldn't price it, so we had to dump it.
we dumped it.
Yeah.
For less controversial.
For some more
picks.
known quantities here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I also would give a lot of money for a Kid Icarus game, a Sakurai Kid Icarus game,
Yes.
like the one that we worked on.
Yes. Agree.
I would love for him to like.
Where is that a $4 game? Is that a $3 game?
I think it's a $4 game.
I think that's probably a $4 game.
Yeah.
A proper like console
Yes.
like really nice graphics,
Right.
high production value capers by
great
Zack Ryder.
controls, like really, really great.
Yeah.
Now that he has the ability to do the controls the way that he probably wanted
That's
to
a
in the first
$4
place.
game for sure.